Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is going to be a special one. Today we're going to talk about the last barrier island in North Carolina. It's called Sunset Beach. It's a special place. So we're going to take a look at some of the benefits. We're going to get some aerial shots and I'm going to show you why Sunset Beach is a special place that you should visit or even live. Hi, my name is Brian Schrader. I'm with the Coastline NC real estate team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation down here in southeastern North Carolina. So Sunset Beach, let's take a drive down here. As you come across the Causeway Bridge, you'll see that Sunset Beach sits right on the other side of the Intracoastal Waterway. It is a neat little island. It's got pretty water, pretty sands. It ranges in size. It's about 2 miles where the houses are, but it also extends down into another area. It used to be called Bird Island, but the inlet kind of filled in from tip to tip. It's about 4 miles long from Sunset Beach to the end of Bird Island, which we're going to get to that here in a little bit at the end of this video. But on the map here, you'll see it sits right above the Myrtle Beach area. It's about 45 minutes from downtown Wilmington, and it sits right behind Calabash, right on the Atlantic Ocean. Neat thing about Sunset Beach is that you can get sunsets because this island faces south, so it actually points, it's east-west as you're going from one end to the other. But you'll see that the homes here kind of sit back off the island. It's got a lot of great natural dune structure, so it's real protective. If you look at a lot of the other barrier islands in our area, that shoreline, the dune structure is not as intense. But we're going to take a drive. You can see all the homes here are, residence, vacation homes, second homes. They're all going to be built up on pylons because of, if they do get storms, you can get storm surge in this area. But this is a shot, an aerial looking, actually it's looking east. I want to say north, but this is the east end of Sunset Beach. You can see if you stretch your eyes in the distance, you got the inlet, and then on the other side of that is Ocean Isle Beach, which is just about 10 minutes away as well. But the neat thing about the island, you got a lot of great backwater behind the island, which is great for fishing, kayaking, paddle boarding, and even going up on that north or that east end. It's a great area to look for cool shells and stuff. Best time to go is low tide or after a big storm. You usually can find some great stuff up there. But just kind of flying around, you'll see that, again, see how the home sits back. The water there, since we're so close to the Gulf Stream, you kind of get that bluish green hue to it, which is kind of nice. Another cool thing about Sunset Beach is that the sand there, it's really fine. You can actually ride a regular mountain bike on the actual beach. And the beach at low tide, you got a lot of area to ride in and walk in. But just kind of coming down here, you'll see we're working our way down to the middle part of the island. There are some homes on Sunset Beach that have canals, so a lot of those areas have your own private dock where you can pull your boat in on the backside of the island, and you can get out in and out of the inlet with ease. You can go to the north out Tubbs Inlet, or you can go to the south out the Little River Inlet, which is actually in South Carolina. But looking here, here's the pier, and as you stretch your eyes, you'll see where the houses stop, but the island keeps going. It used to be that there was an inlet down there, and there was another island called Bird Island, but that's been filled in. There's some shots underneath the pier. But this is looking back off the west end, looking east. You'll see the Causeway Bridge. A lot of the backwaters there are great for fishing. A lot of redfish, drum, flounder, and speckled trout all up in these areas. But you'll see this end here. It's pretty neat. I'll tell you another little secret on this end here. You get some homes that have direct access here to your own little private docks for kayaking and boating. But there's also a nice little parking lot at the end here. And this last beach exit is an exit that is handicap accessible. So if you have someone that is in a wheelchair, it's got one of those wide wheel chairs that they can come down, you can actually access the last exit. And they have a nice little ramp. There's no steps there, which kind of makes it nice. But if you ever want to go from a long walk, you can hit this last exit and go all the way down to the South Carolina border, which we're going to turn the camera around here in a second and take a look at. But this is walking down, flying down the other end of the island. There's a lot of nature in the backside. This is a natural nature preserve area in Sunset Beach. And if you stretch your eyes, you can see the Little River Inlet down there, and you can also see a little bit of South Carolina. And that's going to be Myrtle Beach, or North Myrtle, so to speak. But this whole area, it's great for taking a bike ride. We're going to ride down to the end just so y'all can see it. It's a nice walk. It's about a 2 mile walk. But when you get down there, here's the little river inlet, Myrtle Beach. It's got a really big rock jetty down there. But this is a great place for you to ride your bike. They even got the Kindred Spirit mailbox down there. It's pretty famous down there. People will write notes, put it in the mailbox and whatnot. But this is actually Bird Island, even though that inlet's been filled in. But this is a nature preserve area, which is really, really cool. And that's what makes Sunset Beach so special, because it's a small island. A lot of the commercial is off the island. A neat fact, in 2010, they built the causeway over the Intracoastal Waterway. But before then, it was one of the last swing bridges ever on the East Coast. So it's a pretty cool place. Definitely one to check out. Put it on your list, to vacation, or if you have interest in, picking up an investment property. Vacation rentals do really well down there as well. But what I'll do is I'll post a link in the description like I always do. If you want to check out the real estate there on Sunset Beach, I'll put some links in there that'll drive you to a page that's got everything for sale. You can check out what things are selling for. But Sunset Beach, it's a great little island. It's a special. It faces south, and it's definitely one to put on your list. Anyway, hopefully this has been beneficial. Against Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC real estate team at BlueCoast. Any questions about the area, or if you're interested, maybe move down here, give us a call at this number here, and we hope to see you guys here on the next area update. Take care now.